The Planning Commission meeting is now called to order. It is December 10th, 2025. It's approximately 6 o'clock p.m. We're at the Ascension Parish Courthouse, 607 East Worthy Road, Gonzales, Louisiana, first floor. Item 2, roll call of members. All members are present and accounted for. Item 3, Pledge of Allegiance. Mr. Mark, why don't you lead us into this?
Pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Item 4, introduction of staff.
Stacy Webb, Recording Secretary for the Planning Commission.
Brandon O'Day, Information Technology.
Spencer Long, Parish Attorney.
Eric Poche, Director of Planning and Development.
Sean Sherrill, Engineering Review Agency.
Lance Brock, Zoning Official.
Okay. Item 5, Chairman's comments. The only thing Chairman has in addition tonight is I want to wish my cohort, Mr. Max Nasser, a very happy birthday. Max is 75 years old today. And
I didn't think you was going to tell us how old he was.
Oh, no, I'm very proud of telling everybody that.
No, I'm really only 25. I celebrate every 3 years. I don't celebrate every year.
Yep. Yeah, he looked a lot younger before he had to start working with me. But no, Max, we really appreciate you and thank you for, doing your civic duty tonight with us.
Thank you.
Item 6, public comment on any agenda item. If you do have a comment on any agenda item, please see Ms. Stacy, fill out a card, a red card or a green card. At the time, you will be called up. You'll be given your 3 minutes to speak, and then we will move on. Item 7, staff report.
Thank you,
Mr.
Mr.
Eric.
Chairman. Commissioners, you will see the normal subdivision report in front of you for December. Any changes have been marked with an asterisk. We will have, as a note, we will have a preliminary plat coming up for a new residential subdivision at next month's meeting. But if anyone has any questions about anything on this month's list, I'll be happy to answer them.
Any questions from the commission? Okay. Item 8, engineering staff report. Mr. Shawn.
No report this evening.
That's always good. Item 9, the minutes, the approval or denial of the minutes of the November 12th, 2025 Planning Commission meeting. Motion approved by Commissioner Eric. Second by Commissioner Michelle. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? That motion passed. Item 10, the consent agenda. A, affidavit of mortgage declaration. Troy Bertrand, lots B2, 43259 Moody Dixon Road, Prairieville. Item B, affidavit of mortgage declaration. Kevin Lavere, lot A, 11A, 10445 Shadow Lake Drive in Geismar. Item C, affidavit of mortgage declaration. Sandra A. Denham, Lightfoot, lot 5A and 5C1A, 44192 Robert Road and RV Way, Santa Maria, Louisiana. Item D, affidavit of mortgage declaration. Earl Robnett, lot 9 and 10, 10465 John Savoy Road in Santa Maria. Item E, affidavit of mortgage declaration. Eric Hernandez Puentes and Raynell Hernandez, lots 1A, 2A, A2, 44131 Raymond Touye Road in Sorrento. Item F, final plat approval. Riverton Subdivision, second filing, quality engineering and surveying. We have a motion on the consent agenda.
I would like to pull F off of that, just to allow me to make a comment.
Okay. Item F will be removed from the consent agenda and placed as item 12B, 12B, which will be a public hearing to approve or deny. We will not have public hearings discussion on item F, and we will just have a discussion up here for that. For the remaining consent agenda, do we have a motion? Motion to approve by Commissioner Kluwat. Second by Commissioner Unitas. All in favor? Aye. That motion passed. Item 11, public hearing to approve or deny the following family partitions. A, Darren A. Ruiz property, track AA1A1 and AA1A2, Earls and Associates.
James Fowler representing the Collins family on the following family partition, asking the commission for approval.
Okay. We're going to open up a public hearing on this. Ms. Stacy, is anybody signed up to speak?
No.
Okay. Public hearing is now closed. Commission, anybody, questions, comments, or a motion? Motion to approve by Commissioner Kluwat, second by Commissioner Nasser. Any discussion? All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? That motion passed. Thank you. Item B, Clyde Schexnayder property, Lot 1A, 2A, 2A, and 1A, 2A, 2B, Earls and Associates.
Yes, representing the Hernandez family on the following family partition, asking the commission for approval. He is currently living on the property now and just wants to give his son the half acre right in front of his house.
Okay. At this time, we're going to open up a public hearing on this. Ms. Stacy, is anybody signed up to speak? No. Okay, the public hearing is now closed. Commissioners, any comments or questions or a motion? Motion to approve by Commissioner Jones,
Thank you.
second by Commissioner Unitas. All in favor? That motion passed. Item C, Vista del Lago subdivisions, Lot A, 11A1 and A11A2, Earls and Associates.
Yes, representing Mr. Leverett on the following family partition, asking the commission for approval. He is currently living in the house in the front and subdividing the back 1 acre for his father to put a house.
Okay. Okay, Ms. Stacy, this is a public hearing for this part. Ms. Stacy, is anybody signed up to speak? No. Public hearing is now closed. Commission, comments, questions, or a motion? Motion to approve by Commissioner Unitas, second by Commissioner Jones. Any discussion? All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? That motion passed.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Item D, Maple Grove subdivisions, Lot 7A, 7B, and 7C, Quality Engineering and Surveying.
Good evening, folks. Brett Fitzgerald, professional land surveyor, representing Blaine Jones, asking for a family partition approval.
Okay. We're going to open up a public hearing on item D. Ms. Stacy, is anybody signed up to speak? I'm sorry? No. Okay. Public hearing is now closed. Commission, any questions, comments, or a motion? Motion to approve by Commissioner Nasser. Second by Commissioner Unitas. Any discussion? All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? That motion passed.
Thank you.
Item 12, a public hearing to approve or deny the following preliminary plat. Item A, Arrowhead Industrial Park, first filing.
Mr. Chairman.
CSRS. Yes.
Mr. Chairman, I wanted to inform the commission that Mr. Sean Chereau has stepped away because CSRS is actually the consultant on this project, and we've
Okay.
got Ms. Morgan Sanchez with Fort Tablada, who's going to act as the engineer review agent on this project.
Okay, thank you very much, Ms. Morgan.
I was wondering what she was doing.
Okay, sir.
Yep, good evening, Zach Schmidt with CSRS, located at 855 9 Plaza Boulevard, here on behalf of the owner, Harvest Company. We're proposing a preliminary plat for first filing of Arrowhead Industrial Subdivision. It'll have 14 industrial lots. With the light industrial zoning, the development will consist of mostly commercial and light industrial uses, such as warehouses, distribution, office, industrial space. The zoning does not permit any heavy industrial uses or manufacturing plants, and there are no plans for that at this development. So we do have two variance requests, one for the rear alley requirement and the other for the use of asphalt streets in lieu of concrete. Traffic study's been complete, drainage impact study's been approved, and we've also submitted and complied with the off-site drainage analysis showing no off-site impacts. So we're here to request your approval of the preliminary plat.
Okay. Okay. Mr. Poche, can y'all enlighten us on this?
Yes, we can. We have reviewed it. Fort Tablada has reviewed it. They have addressed all of the comments that were on the preliminary plat. I do have Ms. Rebecca Murray with Gresham Smith is here. It was a traffic engineer that did the traffic study. Basically, the turn lanes were warranted, left and right turn lanes on LA Highway 30, was a recommendation for that. Other than that, I can let Ms. Morgan discuss any outcomes of the drainage impact and off-site drainage analysis.
Okay.
So the drainage impact study, they have addressed all of our comments. The ODA, they did have one remaining comment after today, but they are working on it. They fixed their model for us, but that fix made another section kind of mess up, so it's a very minor comment still. And other than that, we're just waiting on the DOTD permit, access permit.
And I did want to mention that, just like we did with Gateway subdivision several months ago, once they will not move forward until that ODA zeroes out.
That's right.
So I just wanted to make you aware of that.
Okay. At this time, we'd like to open up a public hearing on this. Ms. Stacy, has anybody signed to speak? Okay. The public hearing for this part is now closed. Commission, any questions for the applicant or staff?
I have some questions.
Okay, Mr. Max.
What's the DOTD permit they're waiting for?
Just the access permit.
Okay.
So it verifies their culvert sizes and everything under their driveway, which they have gone through the process. They sent me documentation from DOTD, but I just need the final permit.
Okay. And then I want to ask the gentleman from CSRS. And I do, as Wade said at the beginning of the meeting, I'm getting old. You talk a little bit slower this time.
Okay.
So I understand you're asking two waivers, a rear access waiver, and you want to use asphalt instead of concrete. Can you tell me why you're asking for those two waivers?
Yeah, so the way the industrial subdivision works, rear alleys really don't make sense with the amount of access with trucks that are going to be using these types of facilities. And then for the asphalt streets, that was actually a request from the parish to not use concrete and to use asphalt instead for maintenance purposes.
So with regard to the rear access, you said it doesn't make sense for these types of facilities,
Correct.
but that's in our ordinances?
It is a requirement, but that's mainly for commercial. Say if you had a main street like going up Burnside and you had trucks stopping in front of there to offload and all of that, that's not an issue with something like this because there's plenty of room for any trucks to get on and off the property without creating traffic problems. And that's a variance that we typically recommend that they request. And then the other one, he's correct, that the parish would like to have the asphalt roads to maintain, because if we do concrete, we've got to have a third-party contractor to come in and do any repairs or maintenance on those. And it's what we've done on most of the ones that we've done in the last 10 or 15 years, and the roads are holding up pretty good.
Yeah, and the average lot size is roughly 3 acres for these individual lots, and it has a larger street right-of-way that's in compliance with the industrial zoning that's for the property.
I ask those questions about the waivers because generally we haven't been too aggressive about granting waivers. So I did want to get that justification. That's all I have.
Okay. Anybody else? Commissioner Miller.
So these, the streets, they're gonna be public streets?
Yes, they will be.
Okay. And the two turn lanes at the driveway, that was DOTD's,
That was
Request?
that was a requirement. Now, I'm not sure if it was a DOTD requirement. Where's Miss Rebecca? There she is. I can get Miss Rebecca up here because she looked through the study. But it was, the turn lanes were warranted.
saw that.
Yes, we run NCHRP 457, which is National Highway Cooperative, and it tells us those thresholds based on the speed of the roadway and the lane width and the volumes. And so with the full build of the whole development, it was a left and a right turn that was warranted.
Only at the driveway, no improvements at the 3073 intersection?
No, very minimal increases in delay.
Okay.
And I believe also the traffic study states in Ascension Parish, we'll keep track of this, but there's a threshold that as building square footages get added, no new permits will be able to be issued until the requirements on building the infrastructure is in place.
Commissioner Nasser.
So the developers are going to install the turn lanes themselves?
Correct, yes.
Okay.
Through permits with DOTD.
Any other comments? Or a motion?
Motion to approve.
Okay, we have a motion to approve by Commissioner Villa.
Mr. Chairman, before
Yes.
you make the motion, I would just recommend that you make the motion requiring that the turn lanes be constructed as recommended by the traffic study, number one. And number two, that you grant the condition on granting the waiver for not requiring the alley requirements and doing the asphalt road in lieu of concrete.
Okay, so if you are going to make a motion to approve, can you make those statements?
Make the motion to approve with the recommendation from Mr. Poche added into there, because I'm not going to repeat.
Okay. The motion, I'm going to paraphrase for you. The motion to approve is as stated to grant the two waivers of asphalt instead of concrete and the removal of the rear alleyway, plus the installation of the two turn lanes as recommended approval by DOTD. That is your recommended motion. That is the motion on the floor. Second by Commissioner Jones. And discussion. Mr. Nasser.
So your motion is that those turn lanes be completed prior to the development going forward at all, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, it would normally be before approval of the final plat.
Okay.
Mr. Miller?
So DOTD still has to have a look at this to see if there are any further improvements needed as per the traffic study?
They're having their access. Has DOTD looked at this study yet? Have we coordinated with them yet?
Well, they agreed with the scope of the project, and they run these normal warrants for most projects. I'm not sure if they've seen.
So all they've approved is the Appendix A, or they've only approved the Appendix A of the traffic study, or they've approved the entire study? And it's just going through the access permitting process?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
Yeah, as part of our permit process and as the requirement for the turn lanes, DOTD will have to review and approve that study before they permit the roads to be built and constructed, prior to our final plat approval, so.
Well, then I would add one caveat to that is that it's constructed with the two turn lanes as already mentioned, plus any further requirements.
Yeah,
by
well, if DOTD tells them they gotta do anything, they're gonna have to do it
Yeah.
for the access permit
So I just want to
anyway,
make sure
so.
that's in there, that they know that there is future
Sure.
potential.
Well, we can put that, however, we don't know those potential future things. That is going to be a caveat no matter what,
Well, I
so.
mean, DOTD is not going to allow them to proceed with it
Correct.
without them addressing their issues.
Okay, so Spencer, would we need to modify our motion to include
If you're gonna
those?
include the requirement to follow any future DOTD requirements, yes. You'll need to
Okay.
do a substitute motion.
Okay. Is that what you'd like to do?
Yeah, I'll make the substitute motion to
Okay,
Mr. Villa's language plus any additional DOTD requirements.
so we have a substitute
through the permitting
motion.
process.
Okay, we have a substitute motion on the floor to recommend approval, excuse me, to grant approval for this, given the two waivers requested, that being use of asphalt instead of concrete and the removal of the rear access ways, plus the installation of both the right and left turning lanes prior to certificate of occupancy, and the addition of any recommended DOT traffic improvements necessary. Is that correct?
That'll work.
Okay, that is our substitute motion on the floor.
So I'll second that. It's gotta be seconded.
Okay, second by Commissioner Nasser. Any further discussion? All in favor of that motion? Aye. Any opposed? That motion passed. Thank you. Item 12B. This is a discussion for Item E, final plat approval, Riverton subdivision, second filing, quality engineering and surveying. At this time, we would like to ask if anybody here from quality engineering would be present. Good evening,
Good
Mr.
evening.
Murphy.
How are you? Derek Murphy with Quality Engineering and Surveying, representing SLC on the second filing of Riverton. We've had our final inspection, we've done all our paperwork, we've turned everything in, and we're here tonight asking for your approval on the final plat.
Okay. I'm going to recognize Commissioner Villa. I think he had some questions.
Well, really, I pulled it for comment, so I'm sure that you all followed the process and did everything with the planning and zoning office. I have no quorums of doubt about that, and I know that the developer does a fantastic job in their work, so I have no issues with that. My comment is to staff and maybe this board that Ascension Parish is changing drastically in the area that this is located. They did everything that they were asked to do. I commend you for that. The issues I have is maybe some of our process or ordinance that need to be looked at, particular traffic studies, where you can get a traffic study and it's designed for the immediate area. Well, in that area, there's a lot more growth that goes a little beyond what the traffic study may have come up with their, solutions or plan for. And that's all I want to say is we probably need to look at that when we develop or ask for a traffic study. We know about announced projects that will affect that area, but are not included in that traffic study. And again, nothing against the applicant. You did everything you were supposed to do. Thank you.
Thank you.
But it's really on staff and maybe this board to look at adjusting for the changing times we have in that area.
Yes, that's correct.
So that's really my reason to pull it, so we could make that comment. Going forward, we might expand those ranges of traffic studies.
And the staff does have the purview to do that on future projects, yes, certainly.
I think it states in the ordinance, though, that we have the option at our discretion to request a threshold 1 or threshold 2 study if we have certain findings that we feel would warrant that upgraded study.
Yeah, I mean, we do have that option. But I don't necessarily want to get into a deep discussion about traffic studies at this particular time.
No, I just wanted to make that comment, make sure that we're getting a true representation of what's to be for the area, and that we're protecting our citizens that are going to be affected by it.
Okay. At this time, the chair will entertain a motion. Oh, well, hold on, Mr. Nasser.
Oh, okay. So this goes to the chair entertaining a motion. I want to say first that I echo Mr. Villa's comments. And in the future, I think that those things should be considered. But in the present, I'm going to make a motion that we approve this.
Okay, we have a motion to approve by Commissioner Nasser. Second by Commissioner Kluwat. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? That motion passed.
Thank you very
gentlemen.
much.
And then item 13, adjourned. Motion by Commissioner Miller, second by Commissioner Nasser. Thank you.